Do you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Just going to wait for a few of you to come in. Yeah, I'll wait for a few to come in because we're not really scheduled till another 10 minutes or so. I've got a new mod as well. Sugar Pie, Honey Bun, welcome. Is it Whelp? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but hello. If you, my new account might be new. If you want to email me whatever you need, just email it over to me, and when I finish tonight's show, I'll go and have a look. Hello, German Shepherd Mum. Hope you're well. I'm just going to wait a little while because I've got Bob and Laurie coming up. What I'm going to do is I'll put it in the chat now. And what I'm going to say to mods tonight is, just bear with me. Hello, Longan. Right, so what I'm going to say tonight is we've got Bob and Laurie coming up, and I want to give them a chance to talk and let them tell you themselves what they've been going through the last couple of days. Hey, DJ Moore. We're strong today. So what I want to do is I want to give them a chance to come up and have a talk and let you know how all this is affecting them, basically, because I Sugar Pie. I just want people to know how this is affecting them. It's serious. What they're doing now is that they're driving people to the brink of a breakdown, and it's not on. Some of us, excuse me, some of us have got, we're hard-headed. You know, some of us are really hard-headed. And then sometimes people just get to you and get to you and get. You've got to be hard-headed in this game. To be able to do what we're doing, you have to be hard-headed. There's no ifs and buts about it. You have to be. If you're not, there's no point even starting. There's no point. You've got to be hard-headed. Hello. But what I want to say basically is we all know Bob. And we all know he's blind. Oh, and I just want to say something as well for the record. I'm not sure who blocked Bennett, and I understand why you did it, whoever it was, it doesn't matter. But I've unblocked him because I want him to say, I want everybody to say what's going to go on tonight. I want everybody to be able to see it. I'm waiting excuse me. I'm waiting on Bob and Laurie to come up. But we're not scheduled until another, I think, couple of minutes. So we'll give them a bit of time to come up. But basically, hello there. Hello. Here we go. Do you want to take the link, Bob? I'll put it in again for you. It's in there for you now. Just come up when you're ready. We'll wait for Laurie as well. If she lets me know when she's in the room, you can both come up together. Because I know what's been going on is affecting the both of you, so we'll have you both up together. If you want to take the link, Bob, and get in the back room ready, that's fine, but I'll just let you both come up on at the same time. I'll let you know a little bit about what's been going on if you don't know. what I had Rap up here the other night, as you all know. He was up here the other night, and he was respectful to me. You know, he was. And I heard him on Bob's channel today, and I was, you know what, Rap, if you're watching, I'm absolutely disgusted with you. I'm absolutely disgusted. You know, you say this is how sick these people are. Just bear with me 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is how sick these people are. So they're going after a blind guy, and to get to him, they're targeting his partner, basically. But it's relentless bullying, in my opinion. It's relentless. And to hear Bob the way I heard him today was really upsetting for me. And I know he was upset when he heard me yesterday. Yesterday was, you know, it was quite a hard one for me, because it was explaining myself to you guys, not to them. You know, I don't care what they think. This is, hello, Donna. This is me. This is me caring about my audience and my community and the people that I have here. Going after a blind guy, yeah. We've got him coming up in a little while. But when he comes up as well, I'm going to try and get him to play the audio, if he can play the audio while he's on, of what was said yesterday, because I can't even bring myself to repeat it. It was that bad. But we saw Nicolina the other day, you know, coming here full well, me saying full well what's wrong with me, you know, and then just blatantly taking the piss because I'm medicated. You know, I don't give a shit about what they say about me, you know, I really don't. But I was upset last night because I was telling you guys, you know, and I was explaining to you guys what it's like, you know, and what it's like for me on a daily basis. It's hard sometimes. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's really hard sometimes, you know. I'm having a good day today because I got a lot off my shoulders yesterday, and that was brilliant. It was great. It was soul cleansing, and to have the people that I had in and the mods I had in last night, that was stopping any hate from coming through. It was just nothing but love in the chat. You know, that's all it was in this room last night, was love. You know, the bitch did try and pop up a couple of times, but my mods did the job last night. Last night wasn't the time and the place, I don't think. That was me talking to you guys and telling you guys the situation. But as I explained, you know, I explained to you all, I'm not a victim no more. I'm a survivor. And there is nothing they can say or do to me that could ever hurt me, ever. They don't know what I've been through. They wouldn't be able to walk 2 steps in my shoes. Not one of them would. I guarantee that. They wouldn't be able to take 2 steps in my shoes. Right, okay. Hello, my darling. Look, we have to. It's nothing to be ashamed of. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of. To be ashamed of that is like saying it was our fault what happened to us. You know. Right, Bob, do you want me to wait for Laurie? Do you want to just let me know in the chat? Are you both coming? Okay. Are you both together? Are you both together if I let you up, Bob, or do you want me to wait? Okay.
Lori will be in separately, period.
That's okay.
Oh, there you. Okay.
Sorry.
My camera just. Sorry about that.
That's okay, Bob. That's okay.
Fix this here. Yeah, Lori will be in under a separate thing.
Oh, I've got her.
Okay. Fix all that.
Hello, Laurie.
Hey.
First of all, I just want to thank you both for coming on.
Time.
We've saw what's been going on over the last couple of days, and we know now the bullying's gone to another level. You know, they're not just making fun out of people's appearances. They're making fun out of people's disabilities now. You know, this is something that we cannot control. You know,
Right.
we cannot control these problems that we have. You cannot control the fact that you're blind. So for them to bully you over that, you know, that hurts my heart. But you know what? I know it sounds terrible. This sounds terrible. But what everybody has to understand is that sometimes we have to let these people dig their own grave by saying these things.
Agreed.
You know, and it takes people like us to be able to stand up and say, well, you know, sometimes it's hard. You know, sometimes it's very, very hard. People don't realise, you know, being a YouTuber, I mean, I'm quite new to this, and it is very, very difficult because you have to deal with the emotional side of everything as well.
Truth.
You have to deal with people attacking you for whatever reason, you know, whether it be your appearance, whether it be mental health, you know, it could be anything. It could be, you know, because your nose is too big or you've got a bit of weight. It doesn't matter. Nothing's off the tables for these people. You know, we need to be a community and be strong. And I know it hurts a lot of people when they see us attacked. It really does. Because I've had so many emails from people. Yeah, could somebody actually put that up? The suicide and domestic violence hotlines, please, if they could.
Now, I know here in the United States, it's 988.
Yeah, we've got that. We've got that up in the chat. I don't know if my hooves have got the one for the UK. Yeah, I just want to say that it takes sometimes for them to we have to let them show their true colours. You know, we have to. And we heard Nicolina the other night laughing for the fact that I'm medicated because I've got the ID. Now, it is a debilitating illness, a very debilitating illness that it's took me 43 years to deal with. You know, it's took me a long time. Bob's 12. Yes, thank you very much. I don't know. It's saying Bob's twice the man that BK rap and BDAC all put together are.
I wish I
completely agree with that.
myself about that.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I feel really. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I feel bad because like this whole YouTube thing was my dream to do, and Bob kind of got put into it. I don't think he ever wanted to be part of YouTube at this magnitude, but
Yeah,
he's there. So I feel terrible because I want to do this and I wanted to do this and everything else. It's not that he doesn't, because he does, but it's just that it was never the thing he set out to do.
No, I
just-
don't think it was what any of us set out to do. I think we all came really to set out awareness, you know. And it seems to be that when you're doing the right thing and you're doing the good thing, you're attacked. You know, when you're outing people and you're confronting people, then you're attacked.
There's something big going on here.
Oh, definitely.
I won't get into a comprehensive version of my thoughts on the matter, but you know, I'm. Is it okay if I mention names out here?
Of course, yeah.
You know, you have a former reality TV star, and and for anybody who follows her, I'm not meaning to offend, but you have Molly Golightly, you have
Yeah.
all of these people in the background. Um, and how often has anybody out here heard of people's accounts being hacked at
Mm-hmm.
such a high rate?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard so many stories, and I was really hurt seeing what happened with Betty Washam yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, in my humble opinion, for what it's worth,
Mm-hmm.
I understand that people will flip and things, but how often do you see people flip like a switch and
Yeah.
go from one thing to the other?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. That this is the problem as well, is people need to understand that there's an happy medium, and like, this is where we are. We're not here to we're not here for I'm here basically. This is my journey of what what I've been going through. But I can't stand bullies. I just cannot. And and it goes back to my childhood, and it goes back to my trauma. I have to, it's like I have to give a voice, domestic violence, child abuse, missing kids, people that can't speak for themselves, or people that don't feel like they can speak for themselves. I want to be able to speak for them. And when they took Ernie Shell down and he could not speak for himself at the time, I felt the need to have to come up and say, hang on a minute, this is not fucking on, and that's where it kind of triggered me there, and that's you see, I don't shit talk, and I'm straight to the point about things. I am not, and I cannot, because I do not know what Ernie Shell does, in his life as such. If I catch a live stream, I say hello, that's the way it is. And it's the same with Jimbo or anybody else. That's the way it is. So I cannot answer for any other creator. So if you're coming up on panel and asking me about another creator, you're on the wrong. Unless that creator's up here, then you're on the wrong. You're on the wrong channel. I cannot answer for other people. I can only answer for my own actions.
Same here with us.
And I don't believe that what we're doing is bad enough that we deserve to be attacked the way we are. And it's the way we are attacked as well. It's Laurie's appearance and the fact that you're blind, and the way they just relentlessly troll that makes me want to just throw up. I was listening today in the car, Bob, coming back. I was catching up in the car, and I was listening away, and I could hear, and I just thought to myself, rap, I'm just so disappointed, so disappointed in the way he came up here a few days ago, and he was respectful, and I give him the chance to speak, and it was mutual, and I thought, okay, that's okay, give him his dues. But after today and listening to what I personally heard him say, then all that's off the table there. There's no chances there now. I'm done, because that is disgusting. And if it is, it's disgusting. It's actually sickening. It's sickening. I mean, Laurie, is there anything you want to say? Do you want to say anything about it? Because I know it's traumatizing you as well. It's horrible.
Well, I mean, when it comes to people picking at me because of my weight and stuff like that, I'm used to it. But I mean, it did get to me in the video that he did yesterday, was it? Or the day before?
It was C'est La Vie.
Or C'est La Vie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put the pig or the boar sounds and stuff like that, and said that Laurie was coming up on panel and all that other kind of stuff. But I mean, that kind of got to me. It's just because it's the constant hearing you're a piece of shit. I could understand if I did stuff that required me to be called a piece of shit, but I haven't, so I don't understand why I'm being dragged the way I'm being dragged, and I sure as hell don't know why Bob is, because
we're close to something.
It's deflective behavior. That's what it is. It's deflective behavior. They have to deflect their behavior onto somebody else and make somebody else the attention. So, you know, they have to keep their name out there, whether it be, you know, there's no such thing as bad publicity when it comes to these people. You know, there's no such thing as it. But what we, you know, the people that we aim to you know, have on our channels and stuff are not the same people that are over there. You know, we don't find it funny that somebody's blind, and we don't find it funny that people have mental health problems. We don't find it funny that people have weight. You know, we don't do that shit over here. We don't do that. We don't attack people in that way. We only attack people for things that they have done. You know?
I mean, ashamedly and admittedly, out of anger, I made fun of Rap's voice, and I'm guilty of that.
Oh, but Bob, you know,
I was a part of the problem. I'm a part of the problem in that.
No, I'm sorry. You know, we all take the piss sometimes, you know, on either side. That's, you know, we expect that. That's fair game. You know, fucking hell, that we do that. They've took the piss out of my voice. You know, but I'm not going to go back at them and body shame them or dox Rap or dox his kid. And, you know, I have got emails and pictures, but I would not do that because I'm not that kind of person. I'm not like them. I've got shit on all of them that could dox all of them. You know, I get endless messages and emails, but that's not me. I'm better than them. And so are you. And you have to keep telling yourself that, Bob. As you're trudging on, you are better than they are. You know, this is the thing. This is the thing. There's not one good one of them over there. There's not. I'm just disappointed sometimes because you think you're getting somewhere with people. And there's no talking to some people. You could tell them the worst thing in the world about someone, but because they're so invested in that person, they're not going to switch loyalty. They've either invested too much time or too much money in that person that their loyalty is, that's it. You know, so whatever they do, they will follow. Look, sheep. They have you know, the nerve to call our followers sheep. Do I have any sheep as followers? You know, in my chat now, not one person in my chat has ever, you know, blindly followed anything I've said or done. If I say something, it's because I know facts. I wouldn't give it out if I didn't know the facts. But I wouldn't dox nobody. I wouldn't body shame somebody. I would not do it. That's below the belt. Hi, Lulu.
You should read the text message you got from Benny.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, this is what I had from Benny. I blocked him because I unblocked him because I kept thinking, man, there's got to be some hope for this guy, but I don't know. This morning, roughly at about 9:02 a.m. here in California, he says, "Hey, Slob, I'm heading to speak with legal representative about your comments with the child porn last night." And then he has like a kissing emoji, and then he says, "I'm going to put a lien on your cane." It's like, okay, dude.
You know, what kind of animal is he really like? You know, he was in the back room when I had I can't remember who was up. Oh, when Nicolina, the fucking bitch, was up, and he was in the back there twice with porn in my back room on a troll account because my mods had blocked him. So he come in on a troll account and took the link twice in the back room. But that's what, you know, that's how low they are. You know, that's just how low they are. Mm-hmm. They're lower than a snake's belly. You don't get no lower than that. You really don't. Hello, Lulu. I hope you're well. Hello, Honest Rage. Marzo's. Anybody else I've missed? Hello, Charlie.
You see, these people, they're believing the wrong people. They're believing their people, which are just spreading nothing but lies.
It's because they have so much invested in these people. They have blindly followed these people for that long. They have so much invested. They have given so much to them. You know, they will just blindly follow him off the cliff. That's what will happen.
Yeah.
He will sink himself and they'll go down with him. You know, we've got people from that side all the time that come over and say, oh my God, I've realised just how bad they are. You know, and they come to me, people come to me and say this because I'm not there to, I'm not a reality television show person. That's not what I am at all. You know, I'm just me. I'm Stella. And it's, you know, the people that I have in my chat and the people that I have email me, a lot of them suffer with very similar problems, you know, to what I have. And it's just so nice, I think, sometimes that they've got somebody to reach out to. And that's my purpose, and that's what I wanted to do. You know, that's what I wanted to do. I had this channel planned out for a long time, but it started out before it was scheduled as such because of the Ernie Shell saga and the mental health. It just really triggered me into starting, you know, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. I don't. And I want them to keep coming at me because let them, you know, just bring it on, because all you are doing is showing the world what you are like.
That's exactly it.
You know, right, I'm strong enough. My strength comes from within. It's in my name. They can't hurt me. Not one of them. Not one of them.
It seems like little Dave, I'm kind of listening through the chat a little bit, but I'm sorry for what you went through too. You didn't deserve to be treated that way.
No.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, Lori and I don't agree with everything that Ernie has done. Same when it comes to Jimbo, same when it comes to Betty Washam and all of them. However, with the background search on Ernie, these other creators are definitely unjustly treating him, saying that he has all these charges against him that aren't there. And
you know, show the documents. You can't just come. That's what I mean. You can't just, you know, come on here and run with the narrative because it suits you. You know, because you want views to your channel. You don't need to come on here and just. You need facts. This is what it's about. If somebody comes to me with something, I'll take it, but I will check it out myself. You know, unless I see it or hear it myself, you know, I have to do that before I put it out. Nobody can accuse me of being a shit talker then. You know?
I think in the chat, Weissfrau is trying to say something, but I think I'm missing their comments.
Let's see. Oh, okay. I did say it's the same person. They can actually send me an email. Sorry, let me just. Okay, so this is my email address that's going across the bottom of the screen. My email address and PayPal address are exactly the same. So if anybody wants to email me with any, you know, anything, if you just need somebody to talk to or strength, should email me. Okay, darling. As soon as I finish this live, if you email me, Honest Rage, I will get, as soon as I finish this, I will get straight onto the emails. And I will do, yeah, I promise you, I'll get straight onto the emails. No, I've just missed I've just missed the one I wanted to bring up. The chat's going quite fast. Right. See.
Let's see
I don't know
here.
what some creators think they run us. This is it. I mean, we're all here for different reasons, you know. Everybody's here for a different reason. Some people are here for the fame, you know, and you know, we know that's what Earlyshell wants, you know, that it's his character, you know, that's him, you know, that's his prerogative. But then, you know, obviously Laurie, she wanted to come in and she wanted to start true crime. I wanted to come in and start more of a mental health awareness. But I think it goes hand in hand with the same sort of thing. And I found that a lot of my subs and a lot of people that are in my chat, you know, they tend to suffer the same way. You know, everybody seems to, and it's refreshing that people are coming out and saying, yeah, me too, because it's the hardest thing in the world. You know, when you've got something inside you that's so debilitating that people can't see. You know, it's the hardest thing in the world to say, you know, this is what's wrong with me. We all know that. We know it's so hard. Look at Ernie. He was in denial for so long. You know, it is very, very difficult because we don't want people to look at us like we're crazy, you know, but we're not crazy. We're not crazy. We've just had bad things happen in our lives that's made us like this. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
Agreed.
I just wanted to put that out there.
Well, like I suffer from borderline personality disorder, OCD, and severe depression, and among a lot of other health issues. But,
Yeah.
but I mean, they've bashed me because I have to have a wheelchair now because I just don't have the energy and the ability to do the stuff. I mean, I'm severely anemic, and
I'm anemic as well.
I get infusions every 6 months. I'm supposed to have infusions every 6 months, but sometimes the doctors don't do it. And then it's just a never-ending cycle of crap, and I have no energy, no nothing.
And the last thing you need is you come on here and you get shit like that, you know.
Exactly. Like, well, and then they were making, and BK's just as bad. I mean, he beat up a doll saying it was Blind Bob.
I know.
You know,
I know.
like, who the hell does that?
It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But you know, like I said, what we have to do, unfortunately, is, you know, we've all got targets on our backs, you know, all of us, and it's because we're you know, we're out in the truth. You know, we're letting everybody know who they're supporting, who they're giving their hard-earned money to. You know, they need to know these things. So if by watching, you know, their true colours when they come over to one of us, because that's what happens. People can sit and laugh in their chats for ages because they're talking shit. But what people don't see is what they don't do, what they do on other people's channels. And as they bring down other creators, they don't see that part because they don't show that in their content. They don't show that in their content. They might get their subs to come over and troll or whatever.
That's
you know,
why they don't like to be tagged.
They're not going to show themselves bullying people in their content. No, it's just a case of, you know, let them carry on, because it will come to a point where there'll be no excuses. You know, there will be no excuses to follow these people because they will be so hated, because that's how they're making themselves. So many people are saying to me, I hate that bitch. You know, even on other channels and other chats, everybody just hates her. You know, we don't have to do anything. They do it to themselves. You know, but we've got to be strong. And that's what I wanted to say. You know, we have to be strong. And, you know, like Duke was saying the other day, we all have to work together and network together and, you know, bring awareness, basically. That's what we need to do, is bring this awareness. And once the awareness is out there, then people can make up their own mind, you know. But I'm not, you know, I've made friends. Oh, bless you. This is it. This is what we want. You know, we want you know, especially here, you know, if anybody, What Boy said the same thing earlier on, because I was actually listening to him. I was over on his channel, and he said earlier on, I don't know if you're watching. If you are, I can put the link in the chat for you. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I've lost myself.
I used to think it was about sides. There's a comment out there about why is the channel about sides. I used to think that too, but it's not about sides. There's some
No.
serious stuff going on. That's, you know, and the more that people are starting to speak out about it, the more that they're being attacked. And
there's a lot of money going over that side as well. There's a lot of money going over that side. We don't know, you know, what's going on. We know Benny Keys is as dodgy as fuck. We do know that, you know, for a fact. We know that he had I don't know if it was his Cash Apps or his PayPals in Mummy's name, and I think one of his accounts is in Fizzle's name or something. I don't know. I don't really give a shit, to be honest with you. But this, you know, it's not normal. It's not normal. You know, this is a guy that claims disability as well. And today, Jesus Christ, I'll just let you all know today, your Cash Apps have gone on 2 big, massive, brand new gold necklaces that he's wearing around his neck.
Wow.
Which is the Baracus. He didn't have those a couple of days ago. And I mean big gold chains.
Wow.
You know, that's where your money's going to. When he's sitting there grinding up your money in his grinder, smoking it. When he's buying out £1,000 drones, and he's blatantly taking the piss out of you. That's what he's doing. He's absolutely taking the piss out of you. And that's the saddest thing about it, is they're blindly following this. And I don't know whether to laugh at the stupidity or, you know, think what really is wrong with these people. But then you've got the creators that ride on his coattails, you know, and is their money train. Once BK is down, they've got nothing. They've got no content, or they've got nothing, because they all support him. Once he goes down, the whole lot will fall down. I mean, he's going. I don't know Jodie Sue Brown, but the way he goes at her as well, you know, I don't know her, and I don't get involved in that kind of thing. She's not. But just the way he talks about her. Why do you have to constantly body shame people when you're talking about a person? Why do you have to body shame them? You know, why? I don't understand it.
Because it makes them feel better about themselves.
You know, why? I would never, you know what makes me feel better about myself? When I help somebody. When somebody sends me an email and says, thank you for sticking up for me.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you for helping me. Thank you for talking to me. That's what makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not making somebody else miserable. I'm not going to make money off the back of somebody else's misery. That's not who I am.
And that's a part of what this is too.
Of course.
You know, the people in the smaller channels. Some people create the channels to try to supplement income, because many of us, those out in the chat, all of us have suffered from the pandemic.
Of course.
But at the same time, I mean, you know, I'm not going to give out the details out here, but BK's background, there's a lot of crap going on there.
Yeah.
And, you know, how could he keep business rolling when everything's locked down? You take to YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he's been on YouTube. I don't know a lot of that stuff, but
it's been years, but he comes back with a different kind of identity each time. You know, he sticks his claws into these missing kids cases. I think, as far as I know, there's been the 3 of them. There was the Cash Gun and the Cali Boys and Summer Wells. He was just burnt off the 2 other cases, you know, and I think this is 3rd time looking for him. So he's on a bit of a roll at the minute. So everybody's feeding his ego, so he'll keep going. You know, while everybody's giving him cash apps and feeding his ego, it will keep going.
Are we
And
able to address this question or whatever this comment
Yeah.
is from Missy? Y'all go after people in one side and not the other. Where
That's
you've
not
seen
true.
the other side. I've seen the other side call out corrupt ones on their side. Well, it's true. I mean, I'm sure there's corruption on both sides. I'm not saying there isn't.
Yep.
And I'm not saying I completely 100% agree with Ernie. I don't know why
Same
people
here.
keep thinking that
Same here.
we're
Mhm.
like tight, like besties and stuff. It's not even the case. We
That's
rarely
what.
talk to
That's
him.
what. Yeah, it's the same as me. It's exactly the same.
Just because I'm decent
Yeah.
to him means that we've hooked up with him and we're like teaming with him now and everything. No, come on now.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
choose to be nice to people.
Go
Yeah,
over
I mean,
to
there was accusing me of being friends with a pedophile, you know, and I'm
Mhm.
like, what the fuck are you
oh
talking
yeah,
about?
but we've been called pedophiles. We've been called necrophilia. You know, and
It's crazy.
and you know, there's a thing. Go on. I don't know where the video is on the Voices channel, but we had Ernie up on our panel because we were standing up for who we thought was a friend, or rather, the word they like to use, family.
Mm,
And we got a lot of hate for that.
hmm
And you know, just because we had Ernie up there. Now, do I
Yeah,
agree with everything that Ernie does? No. Does Lori
yeah.
agree with everything that he does? No.
Do I?
Um,
No,
no,
I don't.
no. All that I do know is that his criminal background, it's not what they make it out to be.
No,
Now that doesn't excuse any of the other behaviors that go on, but I don't watch all these streams myself.
no, no.
Um,
But again,
I
what we have to understand again is, you know, they're attacking Ernie at the moment. Well, they've always attacked Ernie for his mental health, for these, you know, he has psychosis or whatever, you know, if he doesn't take medication and stuff. If I went months and months without taking medication, I'd suffer psychosis myself, you know. But I know, this is what I tried to explain to Ernie before, I know I have a problem. I have to keep myself right.
Mhm.
And then I know this shit's not going to happen, you know. It's just that simple. But no, you know, we don't agree. You know, just because we may speak to somebody or somebody might come up on our panel, it doesn't mean to say we're best friends with them. You know, that I had BDAC and wrap up the other night. You know, we have people up, you know, because we want to hear off different people. It doesn't mean that we're in each other's pockets.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Missy, also, but we do not call out Ernie. Why? Actually,
Well, we'll just address that.
if you go over to our other channel, we have called out Ernie.
Oh, we have. Mm-hmm.
The thing is that currently, as it is, I mean, these people on the other side, they like to take a situation when you know you're going through hell and make it a 50,000 times worse. So, like with Ernie, with his upcoming court stuff and everything else, they're going to be on him like piranhas for the simple fact that he has court coming and they want him to go to jail.
And now, is it okay that they doxed that car with the child in it?
Ernie, I don't think is okay.
Could have happened.
I don't know.
Anything could have happened.
Who took blame for that? Wasn't it BDAC?
I don't know. But somebody actually ran up to the car. So you know, there was obviously being followed. Somebody had run up to the car, took the tag plates of the car, knowing that there was a child in the back of it, and then put it all over the internet.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, this is going too far.
And they also said that there was a tracker on the car as well.
But Rap said that just because he said it doesn't mean it's true.
Well, that's a good way to deflect right there.
You shouldn't say it. Simple
Exactly.
as.
Yep.
Why would you say it
If
then?
you don't mean it, don't say it. Simple. It can't come back to haunt you then. You know, that's what these people have to understand. You can't say something and then retract. This is YouTube. This is the internet. What you say stays here.
They say it with hopes that nobody hears it.
Your narrative, you know, it doesn't. Once you say it, you're fucked. It's there.
It's like that link that was dropped in Benny's chat. Like, nobody was supposed to. The people that were supposed to see that link, I truly do believe, are the people that were in that chat. It was discussed ahead of time. Maybe they were trying to get more people involved in it. I don't know. But they I think Ernie's
Yeah,
funny
I
at
saw
times.
that.
I mean,
At times, but little Dave said that Ernie was putting the little boy on camera on his live. And I don't think that's right either.
mm-mm.
Oh
'Cause
no, no,
I
I
mean,
don't, no, I
some
don't think that's right, because then you're putting that out there. Then that's the problem. You're doxing yourself. Once it's out, this is like what I've just said about saying things. You know, why say them if they're not true? If you don't want them to see the child, why put the child up? You can't do that. You can't change things to suit you. You know, to suit you. You can't.
and I mean, last night my son came and gave me a hug, and somebody talked to me privately and said, please don't have him on camera again. I said, you're right. You're right, and thank you for calling me out on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the truth, because there are so many sickos out here.
Yeah.
I'm just so tired. Like there used to be a time where my son would be able to just come up and give me a hug, and he even told me afterward, because I've had talks with him, and he said I'm trying not to get my face on camera anymore if I give you a hug. And I said, yeah, just be careful with it. Why should I have to have conversations with my
That's
10-year-old
terrible.
son about that? But they called me out on it respectfully, and I agree. Last night I was not in a good place mentally,
Mm-hmm.
and I love my son's hugs, and they should be able to come to me whenever they want, whether I'm streaming or not. If they come and need me, and we're out here, I'll mute and I will talk to them. If they need something, I will go and help them, because my kids come. I mean, when I was up there with Lori, there were
Mm-hmm.
times that I wasn't out there on the stream with her because I was on the phone talking to my kids.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful for the person who called me on that, because this stuff isn't safe anymore.
This is it. This is the problem. I mean, we're kind of in the thick of it now, so we put ourselves out there. So everything we do and we say now, we have to think about. That's the responsibility that we've taken on. This is what people don't understand. In the real world, that this is our real world as well. Because we kind of it's draining. It's very draining. To hear these people say things about you that's not true, or ridicule you for something that you've got no control over. I'm sure Laurie's got no control over the fact that she has to use a wheelchair. I'm sure she doesn't want to be using a wheelchair. I'm sure nobody wants to be using a wheelchair.
The thing is that because I can walk, I'm not supposed to use a wheelchair. It's just that I can't walk for long periods of time.
Yeah.
Well, here's the bigger question. Why in the heck should she have to defend herself in the first place? I lived with her for a month and a half. I saw how her health was.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But that's the thing. They want us to waste our time defending ourselves because it's taking time away from exposing the crap that they're doing.
That's exactly what it is. They want it to distract us so that we talk about this, so we're not talking about them. But the thing is that even though we're talking about this, don't think we're not still digging into them, because we still are.
That's it.
I have many tabs, and
we cannot. If we're saying we're out in the truth, and we have to. That's what we have to stand by. We have to stand by what we believe is right. That's what we have to do. It's hard.
Me too.
It's hard.
Me too.
We can make enemies just by giving out facts, but we are giving out facts. You put out there what Rapid said to you. You didn't lie about anything. It wasn't secondhand news. It was direct. We hear these people directly. We're not saying they said anything. They're doing it themselves.
That's it. That's what the purpose of our channel was, is to put videos up of what's coming out of their own mouths.
Exactly.
And then we
they
get
come out
called
to
a bully.
You're bullying. You're bullying us. No, that's what you said out of
You're hating bullies. But they don't. This is the problem. They don't like their own medicine, Bob. They don't like the taste of their own medicine. That's the problem.
They don't
It's
like
probably
it.
even worse when it's coming from their own mouths.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. And
That's
they're
right.
probably so doped up on kratom or whatever that they don't know what the heck they're saying sometimes when they're out here.
That's it.
I think that there is not just extortion or money laundering. I think that this involves drugs. I think this involves pornography. It involves some really shady stuff. And you look at the players in this game. Look
I
at all
know.
the players in this game.
Look at what's going on though. That's what I'm saying. You're looking at the players in the game, but we kind of look at what they do to us. Look what for example, when they're trying to porn bomb us in the background. Do you know what I mean? They're in. They come into our back, and it's disgusting. What some of the things we have to say. I would never dream of doing that to anyone.
Right? I would never do that.
I'm not sick like that. I'm just not.
Disgusting.
It's revolting. I mean, it came up on 2 trial accounts because, like I said, one of my mods had put a block on him, which I don't blame him. He is a horrible fucking person, but I have took the block off today because I'm not scared of him. He doesn't scare me. If he wants to come up once you've gone respectfully, I don't care. I haven't got a problem standing up to him or any one of them at all. And I've not took my medication either tonight. I don't, that's what I've stopped doing now. Ever since that bitch said that, I want to make sure that I'm fully aware of everything I'm saying. Can I help you, son? All right.
You shouldn't have to feel that way. I mean, you shouldn't have to not take your medication just because somebody had a comment regarding it. She's a nobody, really, and she gets off on making others miserable.
But how long is that going to last? How long is that going to last? Bad people like that don't last in this world, They don't.
Things
Do
will
something
come around.
productive with your life. Help people. You're supposed to be a nurse or a teacher or whatever other fucking, profession that you've come out with. Solicitor maybe, doctor's receptionist, fuck knows. Do something good with your life. And Benny Keys is exactly the same. He's supposed to be some film producer, rapper, or whatever it is. I don't know what he was supposed to have done in his life, but all of a sudden, he can't work no more. He can't make videos, but he's making videos of drones, and he's got no bother making YouTube videos. There's no excuse.
And I love making videos, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I love audio editing. I love all that stuff.
It's and if you've got the ability to do something, then do it. Do it, but do it in the right way. Do something productive and something that's going to help people instead of forcing yourself onto situations like the Summer Wells case and the Cash Gurning case and the Cali Boys case. Forcing yourself on, like I say, he was run off the other 2 cases. It's only for the fact that we're dealing with Donald Wells and Candace Wells that he's still got his claws in, But
what's he doing? He's just regurgitating the same shit.
That's all it is. He's just saying bullshit because he's had no content. Since Candace put off, he's had no content. So he goes after Jodie Sue Brown and goes over the same bullshit, show after show after show after show. He'll stay live for 3 hours talking about the same bullshit he went over the month before, just so he can get his cash apps up and his PayPal gangs up. That's all it is. That's all he's bothered about. He's not bothered about the people that are watching him.
No, he doesn't care about them.
What he's there
He
for.
doesn't care about them.
That's why he doesn't pay attention to them unless they're giving him cash apps.
He's not there for that. Of course not. He's there. He's there purely for the money.
Mm-hmm.
And I urge you all to go over and look at his videos from today with the big gold necklaces all the way around his neck. He never had those a couple of weeks ago. I've never saw them before. It's actually sickening. It's quite sickening. You're on so much money, BK. Why don't you get out your mum's fucking garage? Jesus Christ. Let me see. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat a little bit as well. He also a professional lung. Yeah, I know he's not stupid. Apparently he was a good photographer. There's no excuses. He's that debilitated that he can't take pictures. He's that debilitated he can't make videos. He's making them. And he's making a complete fortune off vulnerable people because you've got to be vulnerable to blindly follow him. And none of this shit again, there's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes. We know there's a lot of shit going on, but it's nothing we can actually come out with at the moment.
Well, that's just it, yeah.
This is the thing, we're better than them.
this is the thing, and I see some questions out there about how can people not see through this, and I think Lori and I need to have a panel at some point. So I don't want to take over up here or anything, but it's cult mentality,
Of
and
course it is.
it's really bad because I was involved in one for 13 years, and it was all because of
Mhm.
wanting acceptance, because of
Yeah.
not feeling accepted in life, and when you are deep into that,
That's
there's a lot of manipulation that goes
bingo.
on, and you'll do anything to defend
Mhm.
them and say that they're right because they have you thinking that
Yeah.
they are the only right ones and they're the only ones who have
Yeah.
the truth.
You've got that much invested in them people,
Hmm.
that you don't want to look stupid. You doesn't matter what they say, you'll stay, you'll hold. That's what they do. That is what they do. It is like a cult following, it
Yep.
is. It doesn't matter what's right or wrong no more. They're not watching these people for Summer Wells anymore. That shit ended months ago for him.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They're not watching BK for Summer Wells anymore. If he's done anything, he's just fucked the case up. That's all he's ever
Definitely.
done.
Hmm.
He really has. He's put that many obstacles in the way. And I don't even know how they allowed him to be around with the record he's got.
Holy
How can
crap!
he
That
be
much.
around a missing child's case? Full stop. How can the police pay him to be an informant when he's a felon?
How could he be a confidential informant when he talks about being a confidential informant out on YouTube?
Exactly. You're not very confidential, are you?
Exactly right.
Fucking idiot.
I know. I sit there and I kind of scratch my head like confidential. I'm thinking like it's supposed to mean shh.
I ain't no drama.
Hey, no.
I Roxanne. This is exactly what I mean. We have to give them enough rope to hang themselves. And I know it's hard for our supporters to watch sometimes, it is. And it's hard for them to hear sometimes. I had a lot of people say to me the other night, I was breaking my heart watching you, and people have reached out and says, please go over and watch Bob, please, and listen to what today. And it was heart-wrenching. It is heart-wrenching because we're good people over here. We have a heart.
That's how we felt yesterday because Lori Lori came over to your live yesterday and she said she's crying and I mean we felt the same way for you. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell everybody and including you I want to make sure, so your name is Stella, correct?
Yeah, it's Stella.
Okay. For everybody, if you have Netflix and you're on the receiving end of all of this stuff, even if you're just a subscriber and you aren't, go watch the net.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch the net and keep all of this YouTube stuff in mind, and you'll be amazed. Somebody told us this quite some time ago, and Lori and I watched it together when I was up there with her, and I kept all of this stuff that's going on out here in mind and how they're trying to change people's identities and make them into things that they're not.
Oh yeah.
Go watch that movie and think of all of this stuff, and you'll see that it's
unfortunately we're being molded right now. We're not being molded. Our behavior is not going to change, but people are molding us by not knowing us. They're making they're making an opinion off other people, and they hate you before they even know you because they're listening to these people.
Okay,
We ain't like that over here. That's not how it's not how things should work. There shouldn't be different sides. There shouldn't be sides of anything. There shouldn't be bullies on the internet. How many children have we heard? How many children have lost their lives to being cyberbullied?
Mm-hmm.
It's a massive, massive thing. But what people don't understand is that it happens with adults too.
Oh, definitely.
I
don't understand the problem with Missy and these Amazon wish lists. I think people would be happier to know what they're putting their money toward than to have to guess what they're putting their money toward.
Mm-hmm.
So am I against an Amazon wish list? No, because you know what you're putting it toward then.
Yeah.
You don't have to guess. There isn't going to be, oh my God, they're scamming, or oh my God, this, or oh my God, that. It's
no.
Yeah, that I am. Sorry, I'm just going to address this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got a Peaky Blinders accent. Yeah, I live in Ireland. My mum's family is originally Irish. I've been here for quite a while, but yeah, I grew up in Birmingham, so yeah, I'm a Peaky Blinder accent.
I love your accent.
It's crazy.
So,
Everybody, everybody on that side says they have to put the subtitles on when I'm speaking, but nobody over here seems to have a problem.
I mean, if people really want to stop the scamming, then what they should do is encourage everybody to have a wish list.
Yeah, of
Because
course.
then you know where the money's going and nobody can bitch.
yeah,
That's
Lori and I made a fake wish list several months ago.
With all
They had, like,
the most
yeah.
expensive things on Amazon.
Yeah, there was like a $12,000 bed, and there was like a
Just to piss
$4,000
people off.
drone. Yeah. Just
Yeah, this is what I mean. You know, oh my God, people don't realise that sometimes that's all it is. You know, we were just having a laugh sometimes. You know, there's a big difference, but people will ride with that as well. Say, oh, look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. You know,
Sugar Pie, don't take it down.
yeah. Oh God, on
Do
his
what?
rage. Who's just put that comment up there now? That is just going so quick.
don't take
I
it.
don't- Oh,
Yeah.
Sugar Pie says exactly 100% Lori. And now they
Mhm.
want me to take that video down. Why? Because they don't want it up there because they don't want people to see what kinds of crap they are. Don't
They
take
don't
it
like
down.
being-
Leave it up.
They don't like being
That's
tagged in that stuff either.
No,
Because then
no.
it shows the subs exactly what pieces of shit they are.
Yeah, because when you
Okay.
search them on YouTube, it doesn't just come up with their videos; it comes up with things that they're tagged in.
Of course, yeah, of course.
That's why
This
Nicolina
is
came
what
in
I
here.
say. You know, tag them. Of course, tag them. You know, tag them because people need to see what we're dealing with. You know, I'm glad that bitch is tagged in the other videos because she shows herself pretty well. You know,
Oh,
she
yeah.
really does. She shows herself well. She had the nerve to come in last night. I did say at the beginning of the live that, you know, I just wanted to talk to my subs on a one-to-one kind of thing. So my mods kind of kept everybody at bay last night. But as soon as my live finished, she started emailing me. Started leaving comments. I tried to come up, but you blocked me. I didn't block her. You know, that my mods was just doing their job at the time. You know, she wasn't blocked anyway. She was timed out. That's all it was. You know, I've got no intention on blocking any of them because the more they do, the more they show themselves, the better. So, you know, let them make a fool of themselves. That's fine by me. You're just doing my job for me.
I allowed them to get to me, Sugar Pie. I allowed Tiffany to get to me when she was going off about me taking that phone call that we leaked out there down. And I ended up shortening it to take out most of it. But people are confused now because they don't know what the hell's going on. So over on Haters and Traders, if you guys go over there, you'll see that the call is there. And I edited out any of the names that were being said or where the boy was or anything like that. So 95% of the call's there.
I just want to address this comment here. Notice the biggest scumbags are the ones that do live streams, and you know I'll do live streams for a completely different reason. You know, I don't sit out. I'm not monetized. Voices is not monetized. My PayPal is below the screen, and it's also my email address. And if you want to support the channel, then do, but you don't have to. I don't expect people to give anything that they can't afford, and I'm sure Bob's the same there as well. You know, but if you want to support our channels, you know, yes, support our channels. But we're not doing these lives for the super chats or the super stickers, or you know, we're not doing it for that. We're doing
We're not
that.
stripping for it either.
No, of course. not.
Yeah, exactly.
No, please, I'm too old for that now.
But we're not. Well, Benny's too old for it too, but he does it all the time.
Oh my God, can you imagine? Oh, and it's his body.
Yeah,
His body. Oh my God,
he tattooed his own name on him. You know that?
Oh.
Who does that?
And the thing is,
my God.
for
He's
people
got like the
who are
body of a drunk. You know, you see like drunk people on a park bench, and that's what he reminds me of when he's like, you know, oh God, that video you made, I was almost sick.
Missy, I don't agree that they should have to take down their PayPal and Cash Apps because a monetized channel has the ability to make money.
That's
and
right.
even if you're not monetized because of whatever reason, because of your content, because of whatever, I still think you have the ability to make money out here. And I do think that you should have your Cash App up. You can call me whatever you want to call me for that, but I do believe that you should be able to make money out here like everybody else.
Yeah.
Monetized or not.
Tamara, yeah, I know what you're saying, sweetheart. And I understand what you were saying by a lot of the ones go to the live streams, but they're streaming other people's content. This is the thing, they don't have nothing to talk about because they hide beyond their character. They have nothing to talk about. You know, this character that they have is not who they are. You know, they're pretty boring people probably on the inside. That's why they have to have this big front. You know, but yeah, donations help out. They do help out. Help our channels. You know, they help us buy equipment we need and you know stuff like this. And it's, but we're not. You know, we're not doing it for this. We're not doing it for that. That's not. You know what we're here for. We're here because we want to out the trolls and the scammers and the liars and the bullies. You know, and we want safe places for people to be able to come and say, I'm not feeling okay today, you know, and feel safe and not be ridiculed. You know, that's my aim. No. I want, if somebody says to me, I'm not okay today, you know, and they don't have to show their face if they want to come up on my panel. You know, they don't even have to put their name out there. I'll have them up in secret. I can do that. You know, and if that's what people want, sometimes it just helps to talk, and that's what I want to do. I don't need to you know, interfere into the case of a missing child or anything like that to help people. That you know, I just want to help my community and people that have got the you know, the same kind of illnesses that I have, because I've found that there is a lot of us out there, and especially by doing YouTube, so many people have reached out to me and says that, you know, I had the same from early on, child abuse. And I had a guy the other day who was a vet, ex-vet, that's, you know, suffered severely with PTSD. You know, there's all different sorts of people, and sometimes people just want to talk. You know, they just want to talk, and it's good to have a safe place where you can come and do that, and you're not going to feel bullied. You know, it's okay not to be okay. That's it.
Yep. Exactly. And sorry.
No, sorry, Bob. Go on.
I was just going to address to anybody who's not a creator out here. The reality is why creators put Cash Apps and PayPals out there, whether they're doing it for the right reasons or the wrong reasons, is because when you give a super chat or a super sticker, 30% of that out the door goes to Google.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as the ad revenue, when it comes to monetized channels, 45% of that ad revenue out the door, again, goes to Google. And then any other things, they put that on the channel creator, and they rake in the money. So for instance, if you make donations in super chats, now if the button says donate instead of super chat, I do believe that the full extent of the donation goes to where it's supposed to go to. But if it's a super chat or a super sticker, and let's say that you give a $100 super chat, for instance, $30 of that you're giving it to Google. And so it's and the whole while, okay, for these channels that are not monetized and they're trying to do something good, Google is making money off of them anyways. They're still playing ads on their stuff, even though they're not monetized. Google just gets 100% of the ad revenue instead of 45% of it.
You know, I mean, the thing is it becomes like a job as well. You know, I mean, I'm an artist. I paint. I do a lot of commission work and stuff. But it's very time consuming as well, because we want to get things right before we come out. Hello, Ricky. I hope you're well. You know, we want to get things right. We don't want to run with bullshit and rumors and Chinese whispers. So we have to take time out of our day, you know, days sometimes, and we have to go back on old videos, and we have to sit and we have to watch people we don't like, you know, just to be able to get what we need to be able to get the truth out there. It's really time consuming. You know, we have to know what we're talking about. So when they hit us with something, we have to come back with solid facts, and that is time consuming and very draining sometimes, but I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for the guys that I've got here now. I mean, especially, these are like my day one people that I've got here now, and they've supported me from the beginning. And, it doesn't matter how big my channel gets, I will always be that same, you know yourself, Bob, you have your supporters that have been there from the beginning.
Yeah, there are some good people.
And they're the ones, this is the thing as what we were saying about, people following other creators blindly. I don't want my day ones to ever feel like that, ever. I would never want them to feel like that. I would never make them feel any pressure to donate to my channel, or think that if they want to speak to me, they've got to cash at me, or they've got to
exactly.
Me. You want to speak to me, you don't. I'm not here for that. It's free to speak to me. You can email me if I think that you're okay, or I know I'm happy to speak to you on WhatsApp. That's what I'm here for. I want to be a lifeline to people, and just hammer out these people that just don't need to be here, and stop them.
Agreed.
And I'm glad, I'm quite glad as well that they haven't really shown up tonight. I'm quite glad of that, because
I'm shocked.
I'm not actually. I'm not. I'm quite happy about it, because this tonight, really. I mean, what I'm going to do is I am going to call them out again tomorrow, and I will tag them, and they can come up and they can defend what they've done, or they can try and give reason of their behaviour, whatever they want to do. I'm going to give them a chance to do that. All of them, and I will tag them all in it, because we've got up tonight and we've said what we've had to say. So if they feel that they're being wrong done by, then come back tomorrow. We'll go live tomorrow, and you can defend yourself.
I would love to
hear how Rap. With that. Sorry, Bob.
I was just going to say, I would love to hear how Rap thinks it's okay to say the horrible things that he
says. So would I. But you know what? I will give them a platform to come up and explain themselves. Just like I did before. If I go over to them, these are questions I'm going to be asking them. They're not going to be nice questions. They're going to have some tough answers given out, because it is not okay to bash somebody because of a disability they have. That's not okay. It's not okay to bash somebody because they're overweight, or they have a mental health problem, or they're abuse victims, or the PTSD victims, or because they've got a deformity. It's not okay. That's never okay, and it never will be okay.
It's not okay.
It will never be okay.
Nope.
Yeah, we've got to, the thing is, we have to kind of
It's crime, yes.
We have to kind of stick together and just be strong for each other. Yeah, Rap is general awareness, yes he is. And so there as well. He was
I think if people have been bullied by these people too, they should speak out. I think
it's
scary.
100%.
But
I urge you to come to me or Voices Behind the Shit. Any of you that have ever been bullied or had any shit from them, email us over, because if you want us to expose it, we'll expose it. As long as we've got we have the proof that, these things have happened. And that's not that we don't believe you. It's not that we're calling anybody a liar or we don't believe you. It's just that if we're coming out with it, we have to know that we're coming out with facts, But if you have those facts, come to us. And we have no problem. I have no problem personally outing anybody. I don't care who it is or what, I'm here for the good fight. And I'm not here to be, to make it rich or to be a reality star or, to be a rapper, or I'm not here for none of that. And I'm sure, just people just think about who you're watching, think about, feeding these people's egos, and remember what these people have done. You might think they're funny to watch, and sometimes they may be funny to watch, but you have to remember what they have done and what kind of people they are. you get lost in the moment because it's funny and you forget, you know, but these people are dangerous people. They are hurting people, you know, and yeah, you're right. Never ever be ashamed of being a survivor of anything, you know, never ever be ashamed of that. And, you know, some of my mods, if you can put it in the chat again, suicide helpline, domestic violence helpline, you know, if anybody feels like they're in danger or anybody needs to reach out and you don't want to reach out to those, you can reach out to me. My email is at the bottom of the screen. I will help as much as I can help. You know, and that's what I'm here for. And, you know, we don't need to be taking and listening to the shit that they're doing, especially on this man. It's not on. You know, I stood up for Ernie Shell. I really did. I stood up for Ernie Shell when I felt that he was very mentally ill and they was gunning, and I couldn't stand by and watch it. So I stood for Ernie, but I'm standing for Bob, and I am standing strong for Bob because he does not deserve this.
Lori, I honestly, it hurt me seeing what they were doing to Lori. Like I've heard the blind jokes. I've heard the blind things from so many people out here.
But that's why, Bob, you say, because they know that that's not going to bother you. You know,
So
because you've heard it all before. That's why they do it.
Yep.
They know it's going to trigger you, sweetheart. You know, that's the problem. They know how to trigger you. They think they know how to trigger you. That's the, you know. But I'm sure Laurie, she, you know, she don't seem like no pushover to me. You don't seem like no pushover to me at all, girl. So, you know, you've got some backbone there.
Yeah, I haven't had the best, you know, adult life, so I guess I've earned my ability not to back down.
Well,
people keeps me off, and why would you back down? Like, YouTube has done one thing; it's given me confidence to be able to stand up to people.
Same here.
Good.
And
Good.
I never had that before, and I can actually stand up to people in my real life, like in real life too now, whereas before I would never really have done it. But I mean, I've always said what's on my mind, but I've held things back, I guess. But now I just don't really care anymore. People are just pieces of crap, and they need to be told so. And what Nicolina and Rap and Benny and all those people do, when they sit there and bash somebody because of their weight, and they themselves have a weight issue.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, they're not all you know, sweetness and light. I mean, Jesus Christ Almighty! If you would, you know, I think we probably all saw the same picture of Rap. You know what he looked like. You know, if you guys knew what he looked like, then you'd understand why he holds his face pretty like that. You know. If you saw the same as what I saw, Larry, I'll bet you have. I'll bet you have. Yeah, there's a reason that he has to hide, you know, and I called him out on it. You know, I think a lot of this hacking, you know, maybe that's why he hides himself. I don't know.
BDAC, I appreciate what you said. I do.
Oh no, BDAC.
That's actually quite a bit coming from somebody from that side.
It does mean a lot, and I haven't responded to the email yet, but I did see it, and I do appreciate. I wasn't going to say it out here publicly because I wasn't sure, because they might turn and start doing it to you too, and I didn't want to risk that on you.
Yeah.
That email did mean a lot, and I appreciate it, and so does Lori.
I kind of feel the same way as well. I mean, you know, I have to admit I've warmed to BDAC, you know, because he's not. He doesn't seem like he's not a bad person. You know, he doesn't seem.
I mean, I don't understand why he's following that side as close as he does. I don't get it. He seems like a much more.
But I think BDAC thinks that is you know, I think BDAC's problem is that he wants to out Ernie, you know, and he's fell into that kind of fold there, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened. You know, I'm not gonna bash BDAC at all. I'm not, because he's done nothing but be respectful towards me. You know, and there you go. You know, and that you've got to respect that of him. You know, we have to respect that, and I'll do 100% BDAC.
Even though he is friends with or buddies or whatever with that
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though, when you've been hurt by some, and I'm not trying to speak about BDAC like he isn't here, but when and it's happened to me too. I'm sure it's happened to all of us. When you've been hurt by somebody, you typically fall in line with others who have too,
Mm-hmm.
and and sometimes it's the wrong crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I've been there.
Yeah.
And
It's lessons in life, but I'm not gonna say anything about BDAC or his background or anything, but to myself, he's been nothing but respectful, and he's been polite, and he's said when he thinks things are wrong, and I cannot I don't feel the same way about BDAC as what I do about the others. Put it like that. That's what I don't think he's a bad person.
I can honestly say that
caught in the spider's web a little bit.
Oh, can I play something? Well, maybe not. You might end up getting a copyright strike if
I agree with you, Stella, on that.
Mm-hmm.
About BDAC. I truly do.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a bad person at all.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when and it's no excuse for the behavior, but I know that when Lori and I went through what we did with Molly and AB and everything back in December, January, we reacted in ways that we are ashamed of as well. I mean, sometimes we get so emotionally fueled. It's not an excuse. There's no excuse for the stuff. I mean, when stuff was going on with BDAC, I put his website and stuff out there on the community page.
Mm-hmm.
I was mad, and I reacted in a bad way. But that's the thing. Like, these people, and I mean, the ones who are really doing this stuff, they want to push people over the edge.
Well, that's what they are actually achieving. In some cases, that's what they're achieving. But the thing is, some of us are stronger than others, and what we have to understand is that not everybody with a mental health problem is going to be as strong as what I am today. And there could be somebody there now that could be sitting out there listening that feels like, they're no good, or they're pushed to the edge, or, because they've got something wrong with them. You're not on your own. We all feel like that at times. We all feel like that we're not good enough. All of us do. But we have to be strong and we have to push on because, tomorrow's not granted for anybody. And we're only here once. And it's up to us to make a print, of when we was here and do something good. So when we do go on, people will remember us for the good we've done. That's what I want. I don't want people to remember me for being, a bitch that bullied people. I would never, ever want that label. If I'm left with a label of, oh, she's crazy or whatever, I'd rather have that. You know what I mean? I would rather have that. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not ashamed of my mental health because it's something I cannot control. You cannot control being blind, Bob. And it's as simple as that. For anybody to ridicule you for being blind is disgusting. Sorry, BDAC. Bless you. Honestly, BDAC is really good. Like I said, he's great in here, and he he's not. He listens to both sides of the story. I've had him up for quite a while, and we've talked for a long time. And I didn't know what to really expect of him at first. I mean, I even made a cheeky video about you, didn't I, BDAC? I'm sorry, but
Sorry. Prime time,
Well,
I asked if I was falling asleep. I was just sometimes it's the way my eyes are because of the blindness.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it looks like it. I'm here listening, but typically, like I use my screen reader to read the text,
yeah.
and so I'll close my eyes sometimes, and it probably looks like I'm falling asleep. It's all
No,
good. There's no offense taken or nothing like that. I'm just explaining.
no. It is, it is what it is. But I'm just glad that he listens to both sides of the story. And thank you for sticking up for me, BDAC. I do appreciate that. Means a lot. It does. But I'm not a bad person, and I think you can see I'm not a bad person. I'm not a drug addict. I don't drink. I haven't drunk for maybe 6 years now. I ran pubs for quite a while, and I had my liquor license, and I did a bit of drinking back then. I was never an alcoholic or anything like that. But I just don't feel the need to drink, and I've never drunk. Since I've left the pub, and I don't do drugs. I take my medication because I have to take my medication. I wish I didn't have to take my medication. I do, but that's life. It's life. There's nothing I can do about it.
Oh, that's what it was. Crime Time Grime said that they heard snoring.
That's my dog. It's the dog. Jet. Come here. Come here a minute. Come here. Come here. Here she comes. Come here. Look. Come say hello. Come say hello. Look. Come here. Oh, she's a big. Look. Look. Can you see her? Can you see? Can you see? Oh, bless her. No, she was lying there snoring.
Oh,
Bless her. Yeah, like I was saying, you've got to respect BDAC for that. If and he's not a bad person. I do my own work on people, and if he was, believe me, I would have said something, and I think BDAC knows it. I would have said it, but there's nothing I can say. I can't. He's not a bad person at all.
no, we've even looked as well. I mean, somebody reached out to us last night, and they gave us their contact information, and I told Lori, I was like, we need to. It sucks that you have to do this, but I told Lori, I said, we need to look into this person, and then we had a good talk with them, and it just it's crazy.
I
And
feel bad for anybody on the receiving end of anything these people are doing.
Oh yes.
Like I said, we just have to be strong. We have to be strong. And be examples. Be examples of what is good. And you can go and lie over there now. Go on. You're too snory. We have to be examples of what we're presenting ourselves as. And we don't want like I said, we haven't come here because we want to be reality TV stars or we want to make millions off. We're not monetized. We're small channels. I came here originally for the mental health part of it, and you just get dragged in different directions. It just happens. But I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and last night, getting stuff off my chest last night, it made me feel so much better today. So it swings and roundabouts. It really is.
BDAC and E Squared, I'll definitely be praying for you guys too, sincerely.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean to say this to scare BDAC off or anything like that, but now that's what is nice to see. Somebody who comes in from the other side and is like, hey, you know what? I'm a decent human being. And I don't mind showing that to you guys. But please continue to be decent, BDAC, because this is much nicer.
Yeah, he's actually told me, Squared, as well, he does believe you have cancer. He doesn't doubt that at all.
Why would somebody even question that? Like, who gives who the right to go around saying somebody doesn't have a medical issue? Like,
A doctor.
I mean, I understand
yeah.
that, you know, there's scammers out here. I get it. I understand that. But that doesn't mean every single person's lying about the shit that's wrong with them.
No.
It
This
means
is why I don't hold behind anything, and I don't, and you know, with Bob as well, in you're open and you're out, I don't lie about what's wrong with me, because, you know, if you come out here and you know, you're a character, you have to stick to the character, and then, you know, that it's hard to be somebody that you're not. It's so much harder to be, you know, it's so much harder to be yourself than somebody you're not. You know, you can kind of put a big front on, or you can choose to be yourself. But the thing is, if you put a front on, people are going to find out who you are. They're going to find out your name. They're going to find out who your kids are. They're going to find out that your ex-partner was done for murder, that you know, you got DID, you got mental health problems. Nobody can do that to me, because straight away I put it out there.
Lori and I, when we
No.
came onto YouTube together, we've always been real and open about ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Different. You know, that's what makes us different to other people.
Yep.
You know, we're real people. We are real people with real lives, you know, and this is our life. What we're talking about is, you know, it affects people's lives. It really does. You know, the bullies will never affect my life in that way. You know, I was up here yesterday and I opened my heart to all of you yesterday, because I wanted you to understand, you know, what it's like for me on a day-to-day basis. Every single day is a fight. Every day. You know, I have to fight with myself. I have to take, you know, do grounding techniques. I have to do meditation, you know, these kind of things, just so I don't dissociate from myself, because it can be, anything can trigger it, you know, can trigger it on. You know, I take my tablets, but that doesn't 100% mean that I'm not going to be triggered by something, and you know, I'm not going to go into psychosis. That can never be guaranteed. You know, it can't be. But I just wanted people to understand that I'm not ashamed, and nobody should ever be ashamed. It doesn't matter if you're schizophrenic, if you've got a personality disorder, if you suffer depression, if you suffer anxiety. It doesn't matter. You know, just because people can't see their disability, it doesn't mean to say it's not there.
That's exactly it.
You know, and I'm here if any of you ever need to talk about anything like that, you know, and I'm a pretty good advocate for it, because I've gone through it since I've been 4 years old. I was diagnosed really young, you know, at a really young age. So it's something I've dealt with for a long time, and I think I can be a help to others as well, you know. And even if I just give people the courage to come out and go to see a doctor, or, you know, just message me, you know, and I'll do whatever I can to help you. But I just, like I say tonight, I just wanted Bob up here tonight, and I just wanted, you know, to see, you know, the effects of what's going on, you know, and what it, you know, what it's doing, and I want people to be able to see what they're supporting, you know. The disgusting things Benny said to Bob, and the thing with the doll, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I don't understand how people can laugh at that.
The other things that bother me, and I don't mean to be obscene in talking about it, but, like, you know, rap making jokes about Lori's vagina and things like that. It's absolutely disgusting. And Benny, I mean, we were streaming one night and Benny sent these texts with like a fish and a cat and stuff, you know, just trying to get his thing across. And it just, this terrible, you know, it's absolutely terrible. It makes me want to stand up against it even more.
Yeah, exactly right. The more you get pushed, I think that if you push the wrong people, you push them into the right direction. You need to remember that, you know, you're not going to push everybody over the edge, you know. Sometimes you think you're pushing and you're pulling. You need to, you need to sit back and you need to realise and understand the people that you're dealing with, because I'm not going to back down to nobody. That's not in my nature to back down. It's just not. I'm here to fight for the little people that don't really feel that they don't really have a voice. I don't want them to come on here and be triggered by people that are being vulgar to other people, and because it's not going to happen over here. I want to give everybody a chance and everybody a voice. I do. Good or bad. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna stand up here and bash anyone and not expect them to come up and react. It's, of course. I called Nicolina out the other night. Of course I did, because she's a fucking bully. And I'll call her out again. I called her out to tell her she's nothing but a fucking bully. That's all she is. That's all she is. That is her whole purpose in life, is to make other people miserable. That's what she gets off on. She probably masturbates when she goes back to bed on a night time. I mean, the other night when Frank was talking about as long as she's riding his DICK, I mean, can you imagine? I don't care what you say. Her children must see. They all know she's on YouTube. I know my son watches my channel. He tells me he doesn't, but he does. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's right. But I know my son does go onto my channel. He's 23, and I know he goes onto my channel. So I know her kids must be going on there. Imagine what they think when she's talking on there and saying that she likes to be abused in the bedroom. It's sick, the things she comes out with. Before you even give her the ammo of bashing people, she sinks herself with the things she says. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. The behavior is disgusting. What's that? Yeah, and I said that to you, be that before. If that's the same as me, I'm not going to go unless I've got 100% facts and I know what's going on. I would never dox anybody. That's just not me. I've been sent pictures of rap, and and the situation, I could quite easily just say, you know what, fuck you. But that's not me. That's not who I am. As angry as I could, I am at these people. I wouldn't give them that satisfaction. I wouldn't give anybody the satisfaction of saying that I'm a bad person like that, because I'm not. I'm not. It's terrible. I'm reading some of these comments sometimes. We're trying to catch up with the chat as well.
Missy, have you heard what he said regarding Bob?
Maybe you should play it again, Bob.
Would I, if we can get the link, can
you put it in chat? Yeah, you can put the link up.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the I'm gonna put it here in the private chat. And
yeah,
are you familiar with sharing you know how to share screen and everything in here?
Let me get into the private chat first.
Thanks, Jack.
Let's see. I'm gonna go. Oh, I'll put it in the private chat, Stella.
Yeah, put it in the back there.
Just one moment here. I don't care how triggered someone is. Talking that way about people is absolutely inexcusable.
It is. And to come up on someone else's channel, with porn in the background is disgusting. And then you just feed into the narrative. We have our suspicions of certain things, and you just make it worse for yourselves. Because we do. A lot of us creators do work together. You might not see us working together. We might not be on each other's panels a lot of the time, but we, you know, a lot of us do work with each other, and you know, we all get sent different things. We all know, you know, over here anyway, that we're all fighting the same fight. We want to stop the bullying mostly. I mean, we have people out here that are exposing scammers and stuff, and that's fine. You know, that's great as well. But you know, my biggest issue is the bullying. You know, I said earlier on, there's so much. I've got the private chat here, Bob. There's so much suicide in children due to bullying, and you know, it shouldn't happen. But what people need to understand, it doesn't just happen with children, it happens with adults as well, you know, and adults do get pushed over the edge, you know, and it can put, I've just put into the chat here, this is a video that Bob's talking about, where you can actually hear what Rap was saying.
I put that together, I think it was yesterday, and you know, was I guiltless in things that I said? No, I said that he sounded like a prepubescent teenager. I was mad. I don't like hearing Lori getting talked about in a bad way. I've
said worse things though. You know, I'm sure I've said worse things than that.
I don't like hearing people who have an ignorance about blindness, or they just don't care, making it out to be that people who are blind or visually impaired are incapable. And then, you know, to be told that I'm using my disability for pity. I don't want anybody's pity. You know, like I've said, I've been on my own with my kids for over 7 years, about 7.5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been through a lot. I'm not saying anything for pity. I'm saying things for awareness.
Yeah.
You know, blind people are not incapable, incompetent, or, you know, that we're not fully.
We learn. Listen, we're human beings, and we adapt to our conditions and to our surroundings. Some people are born deaf, and you know that you know, their senses and other things are really, you know, it doesn't mean that, you know, if you have a disability, your life is not normal. You know, my son has Asperger's, but he still lives quite a normal life. You know, just because it's a disability there, that doesn't mean that you can't, you know, or you feel any different to anybody else. You know, a disability doesn't necessarily mean, you know, that somebody's got one leg, or, you know, one arm, or, you know, they can't walk, or, you know, a lot of disabilities you can't see. You know, I'm sure, Bob, when you've got your glasses on, you know, people don't always know, are not always going to know that you're blind. They don't see it then. But when you take your glasses off, when you take your glasses off, people more, you know, they're more aware. That's just the way it is.
I'll tell you a little story.
Go on.
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're not.
At one time I was wearing glasses, and that was because Shannon S. was telling us the story about how Izzy Pop had seen a psychiatrist or psychologist or something, and that person had deformities in the eyes, and that my eyes triggered her. And back then, Shannon was saying that she didn't like the things that she saw over in BK's. I don't wear those glasses, so that she felt that she could have a safe place to come to. And after everything that happened, and seeing how, you know, Izzy Pop conducted herself, I was like, I'm not wearing the glasses anymore. Forget it. I'm going to be who I am. If people don't accept it,
exactly,
then fine.
Well, should you have to, you know, we shouldn't have to hide who we are, you know, to make other people happy. You know, we shouldn't have to do that. But we should be able to be ourselves and not be ridiculed for it, you know, and be free to talk about what's wrong with us and not be ashamed of it. Why should we be ashamed of our, you know, I mean, I consider what is wrong with me a disability because it is debilitating. You know, imagine sometimes, you know, in the past with me, I've come around and I'm miles away from my house and I don't know how I've got there. You know, or I've written something and I don't know how it's got there. I've painted something and I don't remember painting it. I've woke up with injuries. You know, really bad things have happened and I don't even know they're happening. And that's just because my mom was so used to dissociating so often when I was younger, that even now the PTSD that I suffer triggers the DID, the dissociative, and I'm having treatment now, and it's kind of the teacher grounding techniques to stop you from disassociating. But it's difficult, but it's something I have to do. It's something I want to do because I want to. It's not that I want to better myself, because I don't feel like I have to be a better person. I feel like I am a good person, but I want to do it because I want to show people you can live a normal life and still have these things, as long as you come out and you tell, say, this is what's wrong with me. You're not going to be ridiculed for being medicated, and you can live a normal life. I live a normal life. It's just I have to take my medication. That's it.
I apologize, Stella. I told my son I was going to play some games with him at 3
No,
o'clock.
that's all right. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this short anyway. I really, well, not that we've cut it short because we've gone quite over tonight. I just want to thank Bob and Laurie for coming up, and if any of you not subscribed, please go over and subscribe. And I want to thank you all for your support. Go and watch the video that I've put out in the chat. I'll put it out again. This is the video that Bob's talking about. Again, I want to thank you all. And I know I'm watching the chat now, and I know there's a lot in and out with BDAC. I know there is. But as far as, where it goes to me and Bob as well, we both said the same thing. We don't have a problem with BDAC being over here. He's respectful towards me. He's been respectful towards Bob. He listens to both sides. I cannot and I will not, say anything bad about him, because I can't. I personally cannot say anything bad about him. Thank you. Thank you very much. But I just wanted to put that out there, and I just wanted Bob to come up tonight because I wanted him to know that he's got support and he's not on his own. As a creator, Bob, you can reach out to me anytime. You've got my email. You can take my number anytime. I'll be there.
I appreciate that. I just want to clarify though. So Lori is the one who started the channels first. I've been beside her, but we just do it together. Like I said, when you had mentioned that out there, and asked about us coming up, Lori and I, we do just about everything together. We even fall asleep together on the phone. I mean, it's just
there's nothing wrong with that. No, but again, I mean, Lori, I know that you're kind of is she muted?
I am, but that's because my fans left.
All right. I know you suffer yourself with mental health problems as well. And, you can reach out to me anytime. You've got my email address. I'm more than happy to give you my telephone number. And, if you want to keep in touch on WhatsApp or whatever, then, I'm more than happy to do that. But I want everybody to show them some support as well, because, we're all out here and we're all trying to do the right thing and, just fight the good fight. So, come out here and support us. And, let's just make a difference. Let's everybody make a difference and just stop this shit from happening. We don't want it. We don't want it. We want to help people. We want to out scammers. We want to help, but, we want to make sure that these people are held accountable for their actions. That's what we want. That's what we have to do, But I just want to, my hooves again, and Honey Pie, thank you for tonight. And my hooves again, just thank you ever so much for everything that you did for me. Brilliant. But thank you, Bob. Thank you, Laurie. Please reach out to me, Laurie, via email, and I will send you my telephone number, and we can chat anytime you need to.
We appreciate you, Stella.
Yes.
I appreciate you too. Thank you very much. Good night and God bless.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night all. Take care.
Good night. Okay, so I'm not going to stop up here for much longer now. But I just wanted to let you say, you can come up as well if you want. Come up tomorrow, E Squared or something. You're more than welcome on panel. I just wanted to show you because it hurt my heart today listening to Bob. You know, it hurt my heart listening to rap because I thought rap was better than that. You know, I kind of give him a lot more kudos from when I had him up the other night. You know, I did, and I don't know what is. You know, I just think this challenge shit has to stop like that. You know, it really does. We love you too, Ricky. I just want it to stop. That's all. Just stop it. Stop trolling people, right? Because you know you're affecting the wrong people. And I don't think you're a bad person, but you wouldn't want it on your shoulders if you sent somebody over the edge. And this is what you have to understand. You know, people with mental health problems can be very fragile, and we can see Bob. You know, Bob's blind. You know, we all see that Bob's blind. He doesn't hold that away from us. But you can also see that he's suffering mentally as well. He really is. He doesn't need to be reminded day after day that he's blind. He knows he's blind. He knows that. You know, what is the point? Oh, my God, Redstone, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. I can't condone that kind of behavior, rap. I just really can't. You know, you was respectful towards me and I was warming towards you. I really was. But I mean, there was no need for that. There was no need. You know, you can't attack somebody for something they have no control over. That's not on. But that's why I wanted them up tonight. But you know what I'm going to do tomorrow, actually? I'll give you all a bit of a treat tomorrow daytime. I'll do a live. I'm going to take you down to the Bogside in Derry, which is the Republican end of Northern Ireland. It's quite a place, actually. There's a lot of artwork down there. I have actually done exhibitions in the town. It's full of artwork, and I'll do a live and I will show you all what it's like around here. You'll love it. But I want to say good night and I want to thank you all for your support. And if any of you need anyone coming here doxing people, thank you very much. If any of you need thank you. If any of you need some support, or you feel like that you need to reach out to somebody, I can kind of put you in the right direction. I can teach you what I've taught myself and what I was taught, grounding rules and all these kind of things. But I just don't want you to think that you're on your own, because you're not. And you can always come over, you can always talk to me. But we're all here for the same reason, and we need to make sure that we keep on track. And I just want to wish you all good night and thank you for coming over. And I actually love every one of you. Thank you very, very much again. And I will see you tomorrow. Good night. God bless.